jinx you, but haven't missed one yet this year. What's kind of gone into that? You got a career-long 50-yarder, haven't missed. What's kind of gone into that?
I think as a kicker, it's important to create a routine that you can count on, not only in games but throughout the week in terms of your preparation, what you do at night, what foods you're eating, how you recover. So I think I got a solid one in place, and just have the same warm-up in practice that I do in games, so it just kind of all feels the same. So just try and recreate the same thing every time.
Is it different from last year?
I'd say, I would say I have more knowledge on what to do now, just because I have more experience. And I think my routine's changed a bit. I think I have a lot more awareness of what I do right and what I do wrong. So I'd say it changed. Yeah.
What were you thinking when Coach called you for that 50-yarder?
It was actually pretty funny because when we were jogging onto the field, around the 40-yard line, the grass is pretty patchy, especially the Colorado grass is very soft. So as I'm trying to get my spot down, there's a huge divot. So I remove it, and then there's another one right next to the hash marks. And I look up at the shot clock, and I'm like, shit, there's 11 seconds, so I had to rush my steps back, and then luckily it went in. But yeah, it was a good feeling for sure to get it done.
To have to rush your steps, it seems like you were just talking about how everything's routine. You got it down, you got it down, and then suddenly you have to...
the way we practiced all camp throughout August, you remember how we were doing 10 kicks in 2 minutes. So once you practice at such a high speed, having to rush my steps kind of felt natural to me. It didn't feel didn't feel like I was out of my zone. So I was able to stay calm and trust Matt and Johnny and the line, and we made the kick.
Well,
you started to move up some of those lists at a school that's known for kickers. Have you looked at that at all, or does that mean anything to you?
Obviously I know that there's a very prestigious legacy of great kickers from Kai, John Lee, Chris Saylor, all the top guys. So obviously it's an honor to be up there with them, but I'm just worried about each day, each practice, and make sure I give myself the best chance to be at my best when my name's called.
Have you heard from any of those guys?
I talked to Kaimi a bit, told him he actually hit the game winner against, was it the Colts this weekend?
Yeah.
So I said, congrats, that was a big kick, you made it look really easy. So it's cool to see him having success in the NFL. So just trying to follow in his footsteps and the other guys before me.
Did you talk to him at all about the sequence? I think the Colts coach had called a timeout right before the snap on the first one, and he missed the first one, then he made the second one.
I didn't even watch the game. I just saw that game winner. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
You bounce back, you hit the game winner, give the team the victory, and so good for him.
What do you think your range could be in a game right now? You got 50, that was your career long. Do you think you could go any further?
Well, we were playing at altitude, so I think usually at that altitude, the ball can get 7 to 8 yards, but it was really cold, so you can remove 2 to 3 yards from it. But right now, at the Rose Bowl, I would feel comfortable inside 52, and then at the end of the half, maybe push it back to 55 if we have to, but inside 52 would be a nice comfort zone for me.
How many yards would you say you've added to your range since you got in here a couple years ago?
I'd say, I wouldn't say it's the yardage that's the biggest difference. I think it's just, especially this year with the strength staff, I think, the way we train, my whole body is just so much more solid. So I'm able to be in a very controlled position at impact, and having such a developed strength program like we have here, that allows you just to kick so much easier, not to really try and kill it. You're able just to kick it nice and smooth, but you're at the same position every time. You're in balance, and it's very easy just to recreate the same kick every time. So I'd say it's not mostly the yardage, it's more about just the overall aspect of my body being in balance every time. Honestly, man, not at all. I just I maybe missed 2 weeks not missed, but like I took 2 weeks off in the off season of kicking. The rest I was, I really dedicated my off season to kicking and training. Just so whenever my name is called, I'm ready. I don't care how many attempts I have. It's my responsibility to be ready when my name's called. To put out my best effort, not just to try my best, but to be at my best. So I think that's a big difference in terms of my philosophy this year, was just to make sure that my body, my mind, everything is at the right place at the right moment when the time comes. And then if we don't get any attempts, then hopefully we're getting touchdowns. But just try and produce when my name's called.
Have you ever worked with a private kicking coach?
Yeah, back home. Not out here, but back home. Jerry McGrath used to be my kicking coach. He played in the CFL. And then I worked a lot with Jamie Cole, who's a big kicking guy for like the high school students. But since I've been here, I've kind of just started figuring it out by myself. At this level, you kind of know what you do right, what you do wrong. If you need to tweak something, it's like it's very instinctual as a kicker. Like you can feel it when you do something wrong. So it's not too drastic of movements that you need to change. It's more just little things. So yeah.
How have you felt about your kickoffs so far?
I mean, the last game I wasn't really happy with them. I should be putting them like through the end zone more. So I think I've been inconsistent with those. So looking forward to next game and the next opportunity. Hopefully I can boot them out. But definitely there's been an improvement compared to last year in terms of where my misses go. Last year, like the misses would go to like the 10-yard line. Now it's more towards the goal line, 1-2 yard line. But I feel like I'm able to drive it a lot more, and done that in a couple games this year.